Decathlon is the brand that sells everything from a 10 ringgit water bottle to professional grade mountain bike. And most of you have probably bought something from them before. But here's what's fascinating. It felt like this brand just appeared out of nowhere overnight and completely changed Malaysia's retail sports game. So where did this sports goods giant come from? And how does a company that most Malaysians have never heard of 10 years ago became a go-to destination for everyone today? And that's what we're going to uncover today. To really understand Decathlon, you gotta rewind back into 1970s. Back then, the sporting world was a nightmare for any consumer. If you wanted a gear, you gotta hop from one store to another. And worse, their prices were sky high. And this frustration sparked an idea in a young French entrepreneur, Michel Leclerc. He saw the gap and seized the opportunity to create one massive place where every sports can live under one roof and make it affordable for everyone as well. And that's how the first self-service superstore for sports appeared in France. The concept was revolutionary. There was no pushy salesman, no premium markup, just honest product at an honest price. And that model found its success. By 1985, Decathlon was growing so fast that it has broadcasted its first TV ad all across France. However, the company was limited by its reliance on stocking other brands' product. By 1986, when they wanted to expand, Leclerc approached major manufacturers like Nike and Adidas to partner with them to expand Decathlon. But these brands felt that Decathlon's low-margin business model is a threat to them, so they rejected him. The company's own historical record from 1986 stated it plainly: manufacturers did not want to sell us their product. Faced with a limited supply of third-party goods, Decathlon decided to start designing and manufacturing their own product. This led to the creation of Decathlon Production, the beginning of its vertically integrated business model. With this, they completely flipped over the sports industry. To understand how they did it, you need to first understand all the other players in this sports industry during that time. You've got big brands like Nike and Adidas. They operated on a high margin business model. That's around 50% gross profit margin for every sale. Because you see, when you are buying a Nike or Adidas product, you are not just buying the product itself, you are buying their name and their logo. And a big part of their profit have to go and fund the endorsement of expensive celebrity and marketing campaigns. Then you have big discounter stores like Sports Direct. They also have a quite high profit margin, around 47%. But their business model is by buying third-party brands in bulk and sell them to you at what looks like a discount. Anyway, this is where Decathlon is completely different. Their business model is built on one simple idea: doing everything in-house. Instead of just being a store that buys product from other brands, Decathlon today design, engineer, manufacture and sell their very own product, what they call passion brand. This approach allows the company to control the entire process from start to finish. And here's the crazy part. Apparently, according to reports, their profit margin is quite low, around 6.5%. And that's not by mistake, it's actually a strategic choice. The company doesn't make its money from huge markups, but rather selling massive amount of products and doing it all super efficiently. Instead of spending on celebrity ads, Decathlon's budget goes into research and development. The company has a huge team of engineers and designers, over 1,000 people, and even registered more than 4,500 patents globally. It is this investment in product excellence that truly defines their brand. To give you an example, their engineers spent 3.5 years developing the Easy Breathe snorkel mask, and they completely revolutionized camping with the 2-second 10, a patented design that makes camping effortless. And do you know, today they actually have a 2-year warranty as a promise of quality. This is what they see as a form of marketing that truly built trust with their consumers. So with this business model, Decathlon was really successful in their first decade in France. They began expanding internationally. Their first overseas stores opened in Dortmund, Germany in 1986, which was a strategic move into a neighboring country that's economically stable and culturally similar. Then over the next decade, Decathlon continued its rapid expansion across all Europe, entering Spain in 1992, Italy in 1993, UK in 1999. And by the year of 2000, the company has grown over 300 stores and it was a significant player in the European market. Then, in the late 1990s, Decathlon set its sights on the ultimate test, the US market. Decathlon acquired the existing sporting goods chain MVP Sport with the intention of converting its existing store into Decathlon's brand. But this became their biggest failure. They underestimated the local culture. Decathlon's model, which was revolutionary in Europe, did not resonate with American consumers. They failed to understand that Americans were more brand conscious and they preferred to pay a premium price for a recognized brand like Nike or the North Face. Then the next was the product itself. Decathlon's private label was a strength in Europe because it's quite well known. But in US, nobody knows their brands. Brands like Quecha and so on, it's weird to them. So consumers did not trust them. And also the products were not perfectly localized for the market. For example, they actually sold smaller fishing equipment in areas that people fish for larger fish. And lastly, their in-store experience was a mismatch to expectation. Their large, no-frills store format felt more like a warehouse and it failed to compete with more expert-led service-oriented experience offered by their competitor. By the year of 2006, Decathlon closed all its US stores. But that's not the end of the story. Having learned from its failure, Decathlon adopted a new and far more sophisticated playbook for global expansion. And it is this strategy that fueled their rapid growth into Asia. And it's built upon three key principles. Today, Decathlon conducts extensive market research to understand the local sporting trends and preferences before entering the market. The company adapts its supply chain and product line to a region's unique culture. Take India for example. Cricket and yoga is immensely popular there. So when Decathlon entered into the market, they started producing these goods locally. With that, they were able to reduce the cost even further and offer products that resonated with their national culture. Today, they favor large out-of-town locations that offer ample parking and unique retail experience. This strategy has helped them to keep their costs low by choosing locations with lower rent, which they can pass on these savings to their consumer, while enhancing the customer's experience. This large suburban store location provided space for in-store trials. For example, some stores even feature a climbing wall, archery range, and running track. This allows consumers to test the gears before they even buy, a direct response to the problem that they face in the US where people don't trust their brands. Decathlon's vertical integration is their core engine. The company has a decentralized global supply chain today that leverage on regional manufacturing strength. This allows them to manage their inventory and ensure quality and quickly respond to local market demands, all while minimizing their logistic costs. They place production facility near to their consumer market. This reduces the need for transportation and import duties, all these kind of things. Such control over every aspect of the value chain is what gave them that unbeatable advantage in pricing. That's how you notice in Decathlon, they can sell things at a very cheap price. Today, the results speaks for themselves. In year 2000, Decathlon had approximately 300 stores, but in 2025, this number has exploded to 1,817 stores. That is 72 new stores opening every year since year 2000. And in terms of financials, the company reported a global revenue of 16.2 billion euro in 2024 alone, demonstrating that this refined expansion strategy has been really successful for them. Decathlon's expansion into Malaysia is also a perfect case study of their refined global playbook. I remember before Decathlon arrived, our Malaysia sport retail market was mainly defined by two types of player. The high-margin aspirational brands like Nike, Adidas and Under Armour. They dominated the premium sporting goods. Their presence was strong in shopping malls and flagship stores, but it was quite expensive for most consumers. Then there are the discount retailers like Sports Direct, Their strategy was to offer a wide variety of third-party brands at low price. While they made many of these sporting apparels affordable, as a customer, we tend to felt that they were quite cluttered and less specialized. And there was always this worry of whether the quality is the same as the one that you get in the flagship store. And that was where Decathlon came in. Their first store was opened in Malaysia in the May of 26, 2016 at Bandar Seri Damansara. This was a strategic choice. It provided large space for the company to showcase vast product range, complete with testing zones, cycling, and so on. After its successful debut, the company announced more plans to build more stores, and today they are all over the place, including in Wang Utama and so on. Now, the Puchong store is something I want to highlight. It's actually a prime example of their experiential retail strategy. Apparently, it has a sports center so that customers can actually try out their equipment. How do you beat that? In total, Decathlon Malaysia today has grown to 25 stores across the country. And they continue with their strategy of decentralizing supply chain. In 2018, Decathlon established a logistic warehouse in Johor. This facility is strategically located not just to serve the Malaysia market, but as a major hub for Decathlon supply activities in Southeast Asia, including Singapore, Vietnam, Cambodia, and Philippines. This local investment in logistics is a direct result of their global playbook, allowing them to reduce transportation costs and ensure efficient inventory management. And they also continue to quickly respond to local sporting trends. Remember when pickleball became popular? Very soon, we started seeing pickleball equipment all over Decathlon Malaysia as well. In short, Decathlon's arrival has fundamentally changed the Malaysia sports retail landscape. Its vertical integrated business model allows it to control everything from design to distribution. And it allows it to compete directly with both high-end brand and discount retailer. Today, Decathlon is not just a sporting store. It is actually a place that inspires people to participate in sport, foster community around physical activity. This approach is one of the key reasons why they have exponential growth in Malaysia and have continuous success in growing markets. So, the next time when you walk into a Decathlon store, you'll understand that this is not just a simple sports retailer. It's a brand that's born from a single moment of rejection and choose to turn the setback into a revolution. I think their genius is not just about making cheap stuff that are affordable. It's about recognizing that a new playbook was needed whenever they face any challenge. Now, they did not compete in the same terms with their rival like Nike, Adidas, or even Sports Direct. They actually craft their own path of success. To end this today, I just want to share with you 3 powerful lessons that I've learned. Number 1, turning a weakness into strength. Number 2, innovate for the people. Number 3, build a community, not just a brand. If you like this particular episode, do subscribe and share it with your friends. And if you have any lessons that you learned from this, do share with us in the comments below as well. And last but not least, if you have any other brands that you want us to make a video of, do share with us in the comments below. See you next week.